Minister, firstly I want to say I warmly welcome you into the House today, and thanks for taking this debate today. And I also want to thank you personally for the phone call that I received from you last night, because I am aware that you're extremely passionate about this issue, and I know it is very close to your heart. But I want to tell you this evening about a family in Gaza. Yesterday morning, multiple generations of the al-Khawlak family, at least 17 people, were killed. The youngest victim, Qusay al-Khawlak, was 6 months old, and the oldest was 84-year-old Sadia al-Khawlak. That's an entire family, a total erasure of an entire Palestinian lineage. The Ministry of Health confirmed 33 people were killed that night, including Dr. Ayman Abu Alouf, head of internal medicine at Shifa Hospital, following Israeli bombardment on their homes. 5 children were found alive under the debris. I mean, it's just heartbreaking, Minister. I know you get upset about this just as much as the rest of us. Palestinian security source said was the most intense shelling since the second Intifada, or uprising, that began in 2000. Palestinians were stuck under the rubble overnight until emergency services were able to retrieve them, with a number of Palestinians, despite surviving the bombings, passing away under the rubble overnight due to delayed assistance. For every day that passes witnessing the slaughter of Palestinians, and we remain silent and don't impose sanctions on the perpetrators, the State of Israel, we remain complicit. The least we could do is to fulfil our duties under international law and pass the Occupied Territories Bill. Minister, I know you do work very hard on speaking up for the human rights of Palestinians at the EU and the UN Security Council. But, like others have said, condemnation is not enough. It can be ignored, and it's only when there are consequences for Israel will it end the discrimination and oppression. Most EU states, including Ireland, are rightly calling for an immediate de-escalation of hostilities to save lives. But calling for de-escalation without any meaningful plan for what comes next is gaslighting. Western leaders can call for de-escalation, but when the fighting stops, then what? Everything goes back to normal, but normal just means institutionalised discrimination and apartheid with widespread injustice across the West Bank, Jerusalem and Gaza. And those same Western leaders will accept this return to normal and move on to the next issue, refusing to take any real action or ensure accountability. So I'll finish now, Minister. Virtually every other tactic has been tried for decades. We have to stop Israel's oppression of the Palestinians, and I really believe the Occupied Territories Bill may be the first steps in bringing the freedom